Hi dear viewers, how are you? Welcome all of you once again in Park Academy of English. I'm Jam Manzoor and our today's lecture is about a sentence. Now we are going to define a sentence and how many parts a sentence contains. Okay, it's a very important topic, my dear students, that if you write a sentence, then you will have to learn about these things. It will be very useful for you so that you write material by yourself without cramming the material. So it's very important because all the time you write English, I mean you start with a sentence, you have to take the exams, you have to write a report, or what are you going to describe. I mean you have to speak, you also produce a sentence. You start a sentence with uh, first of all, we know sentence is a group of words uh, um, that contains a complete thoughts, a group of words that contains a complete thoughts that give its full meanings, that you what you want to say is called our sentence. And how many parts a sentence is contain? A sentence contains two main parts. First part is called a subject, and the other part is called our predicate. It means we can divide uh, each sentence into two main parts. First part called will be called our subject, and the other part can be called our predicate. Now, in this short video, I am going to define what is subject and what is a predicate. As earlier I said that subject always have a noun or pronoun or group of words acting as a noun is called our subject. Once again, subject always contains a noun, a pronoun, or a group of words acting as a noun. Whole as acting as a noun is called our subject. Suppose Ahmad speaks English. Here's Ahmad is our subject. Ahmad speaks English. Ahmad is our subject. Okay. A group of words we can Ahmad and Akram and his younger brother, Ahmad Ali and his younger brother speak English. Here are a group of words with Ahmad, Akram and his younger brother. Sometimes it's called a group of words acting as a noun. Suppose rising up early in the morning, rising up early in the morning and have a walk in your nearby playground will help you to improve your health. Here's rising up early in the morning and having a walk nearby your uh, playground. I think it's all our group of words acting as a noun. Is also our subject. Is called our subject. Subject, once again, subject contains noun, pronoun, or a group of words acting as a noun. Pronoun mean uh, they are playing football here. They mean there are two boys. Ahmad Ali. We are not going to, I think, um, describing their names, but we are collectively say they. Ahmad Ali mean they are playing football. They as a pronoun. Okay, is it clear that a subject is always contains a noun, pronoun, or a group of words acting as a noun? And what's a predicate? Predicate contains a verb or a group of words, meaning there can be more verbs in a predicate and some other words that, as we know that you sometimes we say direct object, indirect object, object complement, and predicate nominative and predicate adjective. All these parts collectively constitute a predicate. So predicate contains a verb and some other words that come after the verbs is called our predicate. But our definition remains here. How we define what is subject and what is a predicate in real sense. When someone, a native speaker, asks you what is subject and what is a predicate, so it's very simple for you that if you define here. Suppose now we are talking about the about what is a subject. Okay, what is a subject? What is subject? Mean is called our subject. Suppose you are watching a drama or you are watching a movie. You know that suppose we are watching a movie names uh, Kadi Azam Struggle. Kadi Azam Struggle. Okay, it's a movie, Kadi Azam Struggle. And a movie contains duration of more than 50 minutes movie. It contains 15 minutes durations. So what we are describing about whom we are talking? We are or what we are watching about whom we are watching. We are getting knowledge about the struggle of Catholicism. Okay, this movie based on struggle of Catholicism. So here is what is our subject. Our subject will be called Catholicism struggle. And what are you describing? It's all about Catholicism. That's why here our subject is Catholicism will be called. It's called the subject. About whom you talk, about whom you give detail, about whom you say something is called your subject. I mean, you say a lot of dramas, several dramas, Artugal Ghazi, what you are watching what you are watching in a series in a movie shape. It's all about the Artugal Ghazi. So here, what is our subject? Is our subject is Artugal Ghazi. I mean, you often write a story, Grady Dog, Thirsty Crow. And what are you reading? What are you describing? About whom you are describing? About whom you are giving information? What is your topic? What is your focused point? Your focused point, your aim, about whom you are talking. You are talking about the Greedy Dog. You are talking about the Thirsty Crow. So here our subject is called. Is it will be our subject about whom you are giving information. Okay, dear student, is it clear that subject is something about whom we talk in a predicate? Once again, you have to keep in your mind, and you have to, I think, learn this line by heart. About whom you talk, about whom you give information in your predicate. In your predicate is called your subject. I hope I hope it is clear. Okay, now we talk about what is a predicate itself. What is a predicate itself? Because what we have been describing in predicate is called our subject. What we have been giving more information in a part of a predicate is called our subject. And what is a predicate in itself? And we define a subject. Now we are defining about the predicate. What is a predicate? Okay, the predicate, I think, is a reciprocal situation. Now we have to go to subject. What the subject does, or what the subject is called our predicate. Mean, suppose what our subject does is, and what subject is called our predicate. Suppose Ahmad is playing football. Look, you have to define what Ahmad is doing right now. He is playing a football. He is playing a football. What he is doing is playing football. Mean, what action he is doing is a predicate. Okay, my dear is called. I am in this time. I am speaking English. English. I am speaking English language. I am speaking what I am doing in this time. I am giving information. I am speaking English language. Speaking English language. What I am doing? I am doing an action. So here I am. I'm here. I am. What I am doing is called my predicate. Okay, sometimes we give information of the subject. What is he? Suppose Ahmad is ill. uh, Ahmad is happy. He is sad. I mean, here we sometimes describe the condition of a subject. Okay, in his happy mood or in an angry mood. All this called about our is called our predicate. Have you got? So I think, is it clear? In a nutshell, in a short terms, we can say about whom you talk, about whom you give information is called our subject, and what the subject does, or what the subject is called our predicate. Okay, medicine, is it clear? I hope you may have got all these what I'm going to tell you here. So each sentence contains two main parts: subject and predicate. About whom you talk in a predicate is called our subject, and what the subject does or is called our predicate. So when you are going to write down a sentence, you always use these two parts, because you are a writer. Because in each sentence, my dear, so, you select a topic and give more information. Suppose I am saying I have selected Ahmed and I want to say something. Ahmed playing hockey here. Ahmed is my subject, and is playing hockey is my predicate. In each sentence you always, my so you are a real writer. Mean, you always in each and every sentence you choose a subject and give more information about it. You give a full stop, have a full stop, and then you start another lecture. You choose a subject and give information. All the time you choose a subject and give information. You choose a subject and give information. In each and every line, you choose, first of all, you choose a subject and give information about the, yeah, about the subject. So in every time you are repeating these actions, and if you know about what you have selected the subject and what information you have to give him, it will be easier for you in selecting the subject and talking about the subject. I think if you to listen it again and again, I think it will be easier for you. At the end, I'm going to some more examples here. Ahmad and Ali are playing football. Ahmad and Ali are playing football. Ahmad and Ali are called the subject, and are playing football is called our predicate. You are listening my videos. You understand my subject, and listening my are listening my videos is called a predicate. I'm writing in this time a new book. I'm writing a new book. I is I'm subject, and writing a new book is called our predicate. Okay, so it's all about easier for you to be, please let's always choose a good subject and give more information. You are a real writer, can make yourself when you're going to write down something. First of all, you select your subject and give information. Each and every line you are repeating your this action. Okay, thank you, god bless you, be happy. And what's let's other be happy. Subject about whom you talk in a predicate, and predicate what subject does arise. Okay, thank you, god bless you, be happy, and let others be happy.